The Sooners in his 5th year, 30-14-2 to this point, and his club facing a 2nd down and 11 just outside their own 46. Gundy under pressure. Somehow he got away but falls down at the 40. Eric England, Steve Solari, both crashing in there.
This is the pressure that Watson was worried about all week long. They bring 2 inside linebackers, and it just doesn't hold up on the outside. England comes from the outside. Solari's there. Gundy has no place to go. He hits the ground.
Now it's 3rd down and 18. Solari, a senior from Sugarland, Texas, outside Houston. Gundy has protection. Completed to Corey Warren, but he's thrown out of bounds. A gain of just about 9. Ray Mickens, number 24, who had a fine game last week against LSU, makes the stop. So the Sooners will have to punt it away with 11:18 left to play in the first quarter after their opening possession.
Surprised to see so much pass so early. Very few running attempts. Right there, just a chance to get something outside, something safe, and not be careless with the football. I think soon here Oklahoma is going to have to open up that running game and try to stretch the Aggies out.
Aaron Glenn back to receive, one of the A&M defensive backs. Scott Blanton, a junior now from right here in Norman, who's kicked so well for the Sooners, hangs it high. And Glenn will let it roll and goes out of bounds inside the 10. They mark it at the 8. Fine punt into the wind by Blanton of 43 yards. Well, here's Corey Pullick. He has really done a fine job in an offense that doesn't necessarily feature the quarterback.
No, it doesn't. Hey, we know why. You got Rodney Thomas and Hill, who, of course, is out. But Thomas, they will try to run the football. They've got a senior line up front. 5 of the 6, including the tight end, are all seniors. And they will honk it at you, believe me.
Well, backed up as they are now, 1st and 10 at their own 8, you might expect them to start pounding it out of there. Corey Pullick, a sophomore from Deer Park, Texas. Fake. Oh, he's going to throw. And he has Matthews open, and Matthews with a 1st down fumble. Nope, that's his shoe.
He lost his shoe.
Larry Bush, number 31, making the tackle in the secondary as Matthews' shoe popped straight off. Rodney Thomas and Cliff Gross in the backfield. Tony Harrison, the wide receiver. Ryan Matthews, who caught that ball, and Greg Shorp, one of their main go-to receivers at tight end. Wesley Harrison, Dowson, Collins, and Matthew, well, all seniors except for one, and that is a big freshman up front. Gain of 13. Thomas to the 30 in the grasp of Cedric Jones, number 57.
What you're going to see all day now from A&M is a lot of traps, a lot of counter rotees. Right now, we're going to watch the center right on Correa. Correa gets moved out in the 34. You can't get moved out that easy. If your nose guard gets moved out like that in the 34, you're going to have a hard time stopping the run.
Well, that center nose guard matchup on both sides of the ball, Ron, is going to be interesting.
Exactly.
Fake to Thomas. Pullick has it tipped. Excellent pressure by Aubrey Beavers, number 56. A senior out of Houston and certainly one of the defensive leaders for Oklahoma.
Beavers is a force. He's already projected right now as being a 1st round, 2nd round draft pick. He'll come from the outside here at the top of your screen. A running back tries to pick him up, but that matchup's not going to work. He just gets a hand on it. Had 2 PBUs last week, passes broken up. Here's another one already today.
3rd down and 3. Pullick with a little underneath flip to the running back, Leland McElroy, and he stopped short of the 1st down. Joe Correa and Cedric Jones.
Sooner defense that time doing a real good job of staying at home and staying on your keys. Whenever you stay on your keys and watch what you're supposed to watch and not get caught up in too many different things, usually things work out okay.
James Bennett to punt, and Darius Johnson to receive, driven back to the 21. slipping and falling just outside the 26. Larry Walker makes the stop. No scores. The Sooners, after a 58-yard punt, go back on offense with 8:58 remaining in the first quarter.
Zoom maximize the merriment, zoom maximize the grin, zoom maximize the moments in the sun. Grab your Zoom Max when a good time begins, and Zoom maximize the fun.
Get your shot with the Canon Sure Shot Zoom Max.
Lots of zooms can shoot across the room, but here's the only one that can Zoom maximize the fun.
The Sure Shot Zoom Max from Canon.
There are cars with advanced engineering. There are cars that make you comfortable. There are cars that are well protected. There are cars that protect their occupants well. There are cars equipped the way you want. And cars that are easy to own now. Which one should be your new car? All of the above. Chevy Lumina Euro Sedan. Test drive a Chevy Lumina Euro today at your neighborhood Chevrolet dealer.
You probably have a good idea.
No score in the first quarter in the kicking game. Already evident here at Norman, Oklahoma, OU, and Texas A&M. Wayne Chandler behind Cale Gundy. And Gundy to throw on first down. Has it knocked away, and it falls incomplete. Pressure from Eric England again, number 92. And let's go down and get a report from Dean Blevin.
Guys, heat could be a factor today. It's about 90 degrees. As you can see here, it's about 110, though, on the turf. Cramping has been a problem, at least it was for Oklahoma in game one. Both teams drinking a lot of fluids. We'll keep an eye on the heat. The wind a factor as well, 15 miles an hour right now at the back of the Aggies. Back to you.
Thank you, sir. Dino, you look good without your coat on down. You might want to take that tie off before too long if the temperature remains the same. Second down, 10. Underneath handoff to Chandler, dropped. And the Aggies think they've got it. They do. Eric England, number 92, in there again. The first turnover of the game, and it comes inside the 25.
They were just coming with a simple back around inside handoff, and it looks like they just didn't get the handoff correct between Gundy in the back. The ball's floating around now. It's anybody's football. These are the kind of mistakes that Gibbs says we got to eliminate early. As you can see right near, the back is on the ground. He was falling before he even got the handoff.
Yeah, I think Chandler lost his
Chandler
footing.
lost his footing before he even got the ball.
Never got to the ball. A&M first and 10. Rodney Thomas hit immediately in the middle by Joe Correa, the middle guard.
Let me clear up one thing I said earlier. Joe Correa in that 34, very important. At 34, of course, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. You've got gaping holes because you've only got 3 down linemen. That man, because he's a center of it, has got to keep his poise. He's got to hold his ground. Everybody else on that defense is on a string to him.
Big Joe, 6'4", 290, and a senior anchoring the middle of that line. Second down and 9. Pulling to throw. Looking for his tight end and completing it to Greg Shorp, who is out of bounds at about the 17. John Anderson, the strong safety, driving him out there. He'll be about 4 yards short of the first down.
We have motion here. The motion is done for 2 reasons: to determine man or zone coverage. Right now, they're in a man coverage. He's being covered by the strong safety, John Anderson. Anderson's late getting over there. It's a hard play to stop anyway because of the way they throw the football, but it's something you just got to give the offense and line up and do it again.
Third down and 4. Good protection, pulling, intercepted! Picked off by John Anderson.
A&M perhaps flirting with too much passing right now. They're in a cover 2 defense. The safeties are deep. They're just got the halves of the field. He steps right in front of the tight end, makes a good play in the ball. And you want to talk about pressure, DeQuasie coming from the outside here. These hits do pay dividends. He will remember that hit the next time he's up there going to pass. Good pressure all the way around the field. They come up with a big play. Oklahoma needs that right now.
Each team with a turnover now. 1st and 10, Oklahoma. Thomas trying to cut it back and picks up a couple of yards. Out to about the 13 in the grasp of Lance Tackleman, the nose guard. Let's take a look.